Hi parents, I'm Elaine, a math and science specialist from Great Solution. Rumor has it that there is a great leap from P4 to P5 math. Well, it isn't exactly a rumor because it's true. Many parents have shared with me that their child who used to cope well in math are starting to feel differently as they move up to P5. Some even see a significant dip in their assessment results even though familiar concepts were tested. Now some background. P1 to P4 are what we call the foundation years. Students are taught basic mathematical concepts on which P5 to 6 topics are built. Without a strong grasp of the fundamentals, students may find it difficult to advance and hit the desired AL1 to 3 range. Now that you've gotten the memo, let's go straight to the point of this video: building a strong foundation in math. So how can we help with that? Step 1. Spot the topics that your child is weaker at. Step 2. Break down each topic into its concepts, starting from the most basic to the most advanced. Let's try doing this using the topic of percentage, which is a P5 and P6 topic. In basic percentage, student learns conversions between percentage and fractions, as well as percentage and decimals. Moving from that, they will also learn how to apply GST, discount, and interest, which is what we call a fraction of the total. Then, they move on to learn how to find percentage of a remainder. As they progress to P6, they will also learn the formula for percentage change and when to apply them. Lastly, students learn the relationship between percentage savings and percentage spendings. As you can see, to do well for percentage, students firstly have to master the concepts of fractions and decimals that they learn between P2 and 4. Fractions and decimals are essentially built on the concepts of multiplication and division that are built on the concepts of repeated addition and subtraction. This perfectly demonstrates how harder topics are always built on earlier concepts. So if a child is struggling with percentage even at the most basic levels, perhaps you should take another step back and assess their understanding of fractions and decimals. In short, go back to basics. Now let's take a look at another topic, volume, and see how we have broken down its relevant concepts from the most basic to the most advanced. For this topic, students first learn how to apply the basic formula, length times breadth times height, or base area times height. Then, they learn how to work backwards, finding the base area or height using the volume provided. At level 3, students learn the relationship between water level and volume of water. Then, they move on to the displacement of water and volume transfer from one container to another. They then move on to more advanced concepts such as finding equal water level after volume transfer, as well as volume involving containers of irregular or inconsistent base area. To master this topic of volume, students have to start at level 1 and work their way to level 7. This step-by-step approach is a sure proven way of building a strong foundation in math. For the next part of this video, let's take a look at a worksheet done by one of our students. This worksheet is on the order of operations at an intermediate level. Now taking a look at this student's work, it is clear that she understands that whatever is within the brackets have to be solved first. Rule number 1. However, she failed to follow through with the rest of the rules and simply has been solving from left to right. Now at first glance, it looks like this student was able to answer more than half of the questions correctly. However, it was actually due to the fortunate placements of the operations in each question that allowed her to answer correctly as long as she solves from left to right, which is precisely the problem. We are not supposed to solve from left to right, but instead follow the rules of order of operations, meaning brackets, followed by order, which is our power and roots, followed by multiplication and division, whichever comes first, and addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. Now, instead of practicing more questions at this level, this student should take a step back and start from scratch. Learn the rules and practice questions at a basic level. Starting with questions with fewer operations and fewer steps without brackets, this student can focus more on Rule 3 and Rule 4, which is the multiplication and division rule, addition and subtraction rule, and then slowly work her way up to more complex questions with more steps involving brackets. This way, this student is able to build a strong foundation in this topic and master it in no time. So if your child is having a hard time with a particular topic, it's best to go back to basics and adopt this step-by-step approach to guide them in the right direction. Remember everyone, patience is key. I'll end this video with a cliche, a famous saying by a famous person. The one who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Confucius. This means that building a strong foundation would enable us to achieve greater goals. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in class.